Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Harvest, our Friendsgiving challenge island, which is our new fall island, which I'm so excited about working on today. If you haven't heard of the Friendsgiving challenge, it is a little design challenge, which isn't really like a challenge, just like a community event that we are doing here on the channel, and I have a bunch of other friends here on YouTube that are also participating. So if you haven't heard about it, check the description. I have all the rules and everything down there. I also have a whole section on the Discord if you want to participate, or you just want to see what people are doing on the challenge, you know, you can check it out as well. So the link to the Discord will be down below as well. So lots of goodies for you down there. Today though, we are code shopping, and I'm so excited. I already got 3 stars and I got rid of all the trees and everything. So it is very flat here, very flat. I kind of wish I left a couple trees because you can't really tell the color scheme, but we are doing an early fall island. So it will be mainly like green and yellow trees. So not really what you would think of like as a fall island with maple leaf trees. We're going for more of a, I don't know, not red. Like we're going to do like greens and yellows and oranges and blacks. These are some of the flowers I thought about using. Not sure I'm going to use the red ones or the orange pansy, but we will see because we're going to also make a mood board at the end of the video. So excited, but I think we should just go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and log into Le Portal and search for some codes. I do also have all of these codes listed on a Pinterest board called Harvest-Friendsgiving. So I'll have a link to my Pinterest down below as well. That's where I find most of my codes that I'm going to use on my island. So if you're ever wondering about codes I use, you can check that out. But first, we're going to look for a road path, and I have 2 different options. So I'm going to download both just to see which one I like better. And this first one is probably like super well known, because this is Colin Crossing's like fall road code, but I'm not going to do like a city kind of feel. We're doing more of a rustic town, so I'm not going to get the full road that like you probably think of, like with the edges and the like this one, you know. We're not going to use this version. I actually want to download this version with the rough edges, because again, we're going for more like a rustic town, so I don't want like too much city. So I'm going to download this one real quick, and I'm also going to download this yellow leaf path because I can't find a lot of like good like early-ish fall kind of leaves. So I'm going to download that one as well. I also might download this fence because that's pretty cute, and then I think the ones down here are more like pirate themed, so I don't think I need any of those. And then yeah, he doesn't have any clothes. So also I kind of like this curtain. That's very cute. I might download that as well. So I'm going to get this one and also maybe this curtain window. Okay, maybe a couple. I'm going to download a bunch from here, and then I will catch you at the next path. We are at the next path, which I am excited about. So this is, I believe, Boys Crossing code. And I'm trying to decide if I want the one with the lines or no lines. But I see, my issue with this is if I get the one with the lines, it's a lot more codes, because then you need these little diagonal corner pieces, and I guess you don't need the like crossing walk one, you know. And then yeah, more corners. I would get the these guys, but also I feel like it might look weird if I attach it to the dirt path if we do this one as well. So I'm torn because I do think the one with the lines is really cute, but I think for now I'm going to download the one that doesn't have the lines on the sides, and then if when I'm decorating I decide that I want the lines, I can always come back and switch them out. But for now I think it will help decrease the number of codes that we need to download just for pathing right now, because I do have a bunch of other codes I want to download. So I'm going to download the like structured road path as well as this little path, like the more natural one. I don't know if I'm going to get the single lines, like these little ones, or if I'm just going to get the 9-piece. This might actually be cute though, so I might grab that. And then yeah, they also have ones with the flowers, but I don't want the flowers for this island, so I'm just going to get the normal one. And then they do have really cute little wood ones, so I might just get the both sides and then the middle one, and then maybe like one of the ones that have the leaves on it. I don't know if those are gonna be too dark for our time of year though. I also like these little fillers, so I might grab some of those too. And then maybe like one or two of the fabrics, because these are really cute too. I really like this one. I like the little kind of lines on the edges, and then like this is really cute too. And I like this flower one too, it's adorable. And then, okay, they don't have any clothes, which is a relief because I was like, oh my gosh, how many codes am I gonna download? They also have this brick code, but I feel like this brick is a little bit too dark for the color scheme we're gonna do. So I'm gonna get a different, I don't know if I'm gonna get a stone path yet. I have one saved. I might even use the one that I made for Offlinea, but as for right now, I'm gonna just keep it to this, the ones that I said. Okay, let me download all these and I'll see you in a second. I did decide I wanted to come take a look at the codes that I uploaded for my offline challenge, and I think I'm gonna get the brick path. I already downloaded the eyebrows, so I have that already. I think I'm also gonna download my the little planks that I made, and then the brick path. Not sure if I want to use a brick path for this island, but I'm gonna download it just to see what it looks like on our color grass. And then I might also download this barrel code that I made because I do like that one, and the planter box as well. I also really like the flag that I made for this island, so hopefully I can make another cute one for this island. I might also take this mud puddle because I think I did a good job in this one maybe. Yeah, probably gonna take a couple of these, and then after I download these, I'm gonna go ahead and put them on the ground so we can take a look to see which ones we actually want to keep. So I shall see you momentarily. Alright, so I laid out the codes that we've downloaded so far that are like for pathing. I haven't really done the fabrics yet, and I do like both of the road options, but I think I'm leaning towards the dirt one, especially because it does connect to the dirt path. So if I want to do like road to like nature a bit, this is really cool how they morph together. I do really enjoy that. I also like the leaf pattern, so I'm going to continue to keep that one. These two little fillers are really good, so I'm going to keep those. I think I'm going to keep this. My only issue is that it's quite a bit different than this color. I don't know if that would bother me because these would probably lead up to this. So, and then I honestly do not think I'm gonna keep this brick. It was really good on my offline island, but I think it's just too red toned. So I kind of want to find one that's more yellowy, brownish, orangey. This one's just a tad too red for my liking. And then I'm also gonna look for other planks. I'm gonna keep these for now, but if I find ones that I like better, I might override those. But again, I really like those planks and I'm proud of them. But I just feel like the color's not really perfect for the other ones that I have. And then I am going to get rid of this pathing because I think I'm just going to go ahead and go with the dirt path, because that's more of like what I had initially imagined. And then I was like, ooh, what about that road code? And it is a lovely code and I would definitely use it on another island. I mean, I used the normal like road path that this like belongs to, like the more structured city one on my island Booville. So I do like that code, obviously I've used it, just I don't think it's for this island. So I'm gonna get rid of this and then get rid of the brick code, and then we can continue looking for some paths. I have two brick paths that I want to look at, and this is the first one, which I do like, and I think these two are different. I think this is more neutral and this is more yellow, so I'm gonna grab the yellow one if I can figure out what is happening with these codes. Okay, here's the corner. Yeah, I'm gonna download this one and then we'll jump over to the other one. It's not really brick, the other one. It's more like a stone type thing. And I'm pretty sure I used it on acorn that I never finished. So you might recognize that code. This is the stone path I was talking about. They also have a lighter version, which is really cute. But I think I'm just gonna download the darker one because I think that's a little bit more fall. And then look how beautiful these paths are. If I was doing like a town core, like a more structured town core, I would love to have that code. Oh, also this is really cute. I'm gonna download, I don't know, it's a little bit, I'm gonna download it. You know what? I'm gonna download the fall path and then I'm gonna show you in a second. One more code I wanted to download before we tried some out was this railroad track because I do want some train tracks in our entrance. And they actually have a nice like lighter colored like weed kind of thing around the train tracks, which I really like. They also have this one up here, which is a little bit greener, which is kind of cool too. I actually don't know if this one would match better. Yeah, maybe this would actually, because I think the other one is more fall. And I know technically we are in fall, but we're more early fall, you know, so it's still pretty green. They also have like little broken bits and stuff. I think I'm just gonna stick to the 2 normal ones. I don't want it to look like too dilapidated, you know. We're not going out of business. And then they do have these bits, which, do I need all 6 or do I just need 3? I'm gonna try just grabbing 3 and see if that works. Also, I'm so sorry if you hear a noise in the background. My cat is in here and she has little bits of allergies, so she's a little congested. But yeah, so if you hear like gross sounds in the background, it's my cat sitting, because she's on my desk, so you know, gotta keep her comfy at least. And then I kind of want to see what these look like on dirt as well, so we can try that too. I don't know if I want to do the dirt, but I just thought about it right now. Like maybe we'll try one with and one without dirt. All right, let's go test these codes. Actually, do they have anything else I want? They have really good road. Like I've never seen this natural road before. It's really cool. And again, like this is like the more fall one, and then we have the other one up here. Wait, did I download these ones? I think I did. Wait. Did I download the wrong ones? Let me see. No, okay, I did do the green ones. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, let's test these out. All right, so our codes are now placed down. I also added some trees here so we can kind of see the color diversity between the colors. So like these are like pretty yellow, and then we have some green ones in here too. Like this one's a little bit of a brighter green. This one's like a little bit more dim. This one's like kind of in between, and then we also have like the dark from the cedar trees as well. And I actually think they all go like pretty well together, like the paths and everything. I definitely love this road path. I really like it. And then I do really like the train tracks. I think these look really cool. And you don't have to have both. I think it was just in case you wanted like diversity, but I don't think it looks bad. The only thing is like maybe the middle is a little weird because it has like that dark line right there, but you know, I'm not gonna complain about it. I do like the leaf code because it kind of matches the yellow trees too, and I think it's a nice difference between like just a bunch of green, you know. I also really like this code, the brick code, and the stone code, so I think I might keep both actually, just for like different areas maybe. And then I do have some of these, so we can place these down real quick. We have like the planter, we have a door, a window. Actually, let me put this one up here, and then a little window. That window is really cute actually. And then we also have that stall code. I kind of want to find a couple other stalls because we do have to do a farmer's market, so I foresee quite a few stall designs that we will need. And then as for fabrics right now, we only have a couple. We have 3 green ones. Okay, let me put all the green in a row. And then we have 1 beige, which is one from my other island. But I definitely want to get some like browns and yellows and oranges as well for fabric codes. This one even looks a little bit more orange here actually, which is weird because it looked really brown on my other island. Anyways, yeah, those are cute. I do like all of these. I've never used like a leaf code like this. It's really adorable. But I do like all of these codes so far. So I'm going to quickly just download a couple other like filler items, stall codes, and some fabrics. And then we can kind of do like a little bit of a mood board, add some flowers in here. And I need to pick out what bushes I want. And we can put some items in here too to kind of get a better idea of like what this island is going to be. So I'm very excited. Okay, I'm not going to bore you just like picking out fabrics, so I will see you in 1 second. I think I have finished code shopping, and I placed everything kind of like in categories. So first up to mention, I did switch out the planks, and I went with one that is closer to this color because I thought that would make more sense. And I feel like we have a lot of like lighter wood and like, you know, beigeier kind of stuff going on. So I did download these planks, which I really like, and from that same creator I got these 2 little filler codes right here, which I like because they're more of like the yellow kind of leaning leaves because we do have the green one, so I like the mix of it. And then I also got this little stump for it, and I think it's really cute with a code like this. If you put the like signposts on them, or like a plain wooden shop sign, or like the straight or angled signpost, I think that's really cool. So I got that. And then let's see, I got these two little simple panel designs right here. This one with pumpkins. We do have to have a pumpkin patch and like a pumpkin contest area, so I thought that was really cute to get as well. And then I believe it was the same creator, they had this little simple panel design, which I thought we could use in like the farmers market. And then I already had this stall, but I just moved it down here with the rest of them. But I did get these 3 stall codes, which I really like, and I like how they're kind of like different, you know. This one is like a little bit darker and kind of wood. This one, I love the little ruffle detail. That's so cute. And then this one has the leaves, which I really like because again, it matches that like yellowish kind of tree vibe that we have. And then I did download a couple more fabrics. So I got this one, which is really cute. It's a little bit more orangier, and then yellow, brown. This one, not 100% set on because it is quite red, and I'm not sure how much red I'm going to be incorporating on this island, but I do think it's really cute. And then this orange one, of course. Some of these designs, like these 3, 1, 2, and 3 are from like, I don't know, I feel like they're pretty like well known for like their fabric codes. So yeah, I got those from there. And then I think that's all I'm gonna do today. I also got, as far as code shopping, I do want to make a mood board real quick. I also got these 2 sweaters. I have a bunch of other clothes codes saved. I'm not sure if you want to like watch me download those codes, or I can just do like a short probably of like the codes that I download for clothing. I just feel like that's not as interesting, but I do have a bunch saved on my Pinterest. So if you are interested in that, we have a whole bunch there. But I think I'm going to quickly clean this area up real quick so we can go ahead and do a mood board, which I'm very excited about. I'm going to customize a bunch of like simple panels and other items that can be like customized with this stuff. So like maybe some cushions and chairs and stuff that can have like these patterns on it, you know. And then I want to see like what items we think can fit in here. And I do have the 6 prompts that we need for the island for the challenge, so we can try to find some items that we think that we can incorporate in those 6 builds. So yeah, let me clean this up real quick, and then we can start getting planning. I've laid down kind of like a couple areas that I want to play with, and like I have some ideas for some of the larger like nature items, so I made some circles and stuff to plan that out. But I think the first thing I want to think about is the flowers I want. And I think I did decide that I do not want to use the red flowers, so I did get rid of those. But I wanted to sprinkle all of these in and kind of see what we're thinking of. So I have primarily yellow, orange, black, white, and I have the 1 green flower that we can have. So I did grab that as well because I do love the green mums because they're so cute. But like, isn't that like a cute little color palette back there? I think that is. And then I don't know if we'll use all of these and in like every build, but I think it'll be, oh, I don't want double tulip. I'm so picky about flowers sometimes, but you know, I can't help it. I didn't go for any of the flowers that kind of have like lighter variations. Like if you've seen the hyacinths, those are like pretty lightly colored. So I wasn't super fond of having those here. So I didn't grab any of those just because I felt like they would be like a little too light. And then I'm not quite sure about this orange pansy. We might be able to incorporate it in some areas, but I don't know though, because we have the black flower, so it might be okay, but it leans a little red, which I wasn't planning on having like red flowers in here, you know. So let's see what we can put here. Let's do another yellow flower over here. I'm just gonna sprinkle these around to kind of get like the vibe of it, you know, so nothing too crazy going on. I do like all of these though, and I like the mix of all the flowers, so you know, I don't have to use all of these in every build, but I do like the mix. So because this is a lot of flowers, I feel like I usually tend to go for like, I don't know, like maybe 10 flowers. I know on my other fall island I do have more than 10 as well, and just because there's like so many beautiful ones, like look at all of this. I think it's so cute, and we haven't even like started really decorating. And then I was gonna try to figure out which bushes I want to use, And I'm pretty set on wanting to use the azalea bush because that is like my favorite bush in the game. And then I have the hydrangea bush, which I'm pretty sure I want to use as well. I usually go for like 3 types of bushes, so I just didn't know if the hydrangea and the, what was that one just called? This one, hibiscus? Is that the hibiscus bush? They look very similar, like leaf wise, right? They both have like kind of spiky ones, but the only other one I was thinking about using was the Camilla. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. Sometimes I don't like that one because it looks very plasticky, but I feel like in the fall it actually looks pretty good. So yeah, I might take out, I may take out this one. It actually looks pretty good though. I don't know. Sometimes if you just have those two close together, it kind of looks like you're using the same bush over and over. And I like to have like a variety of bushes, you know, so that's that. And then I think I want to grab the little nature items real quick. So we can mix those in like wheat fields and decayed trees, vines, mushrooms, all of that. So let me go grab some of those. I grabbed a couple random ones and I did grab some different color variations because I like to mix it up a little bit, but I did grab this version of the decayed tree. This is really the only like version of it, that tree that I actually use. So pretty set on that one, but the mush parasol, I grabbed the white and the yellow one. I wasn't sure if the yellow would be too bright, but I actually think it's kind of cute. You know, I think it's kind of cute. And then I'm gonna hide one back here, but oh, Renee? Okay, Renee, get out of there. I did grab the white one as well, which I wasn't sure if it'd be too white. We do have some white flowers, but it might be nice to add like a little bit of brightness here and there. So I think that could work as well. And for the white flowers, I did grab ones that are kind of like a yellowy white, not like super white. So both the white mums and the white tulips are pretty like off-white, you know? Like the hyacinths and the cosmos are like blindingly bright. So I didn't grab any of those. And then, let's see, I grabbed a bunch of other mush things, but I did also grab the giant vine, and I grabbed it in the brown version because I think that will kind of fit the vibe the most with this color scheme. I think the light colored one is a little just too bright, so I didn't grab that one. And then I also grabbed the vine bench in the brown version, which I love the vine bench. It's so cool. I love doing it on a half tile. It's just so beautiful to me. And then, let's see, I grabbed a bunch of other mush things. So, mush logs. I love the mush logs. And then a mush stool. I actually kind of want to bring this guy farther up a little bit. I think I grabbed the yellow one too. Yeah, the yellow mush stool. And then I also have the lighter colored one. The like beigey one, which I do like very neutral. Just good for like nature filler, you know? And then I did have the other mush log, which I intended to put right here, but grabbed the wrong thing. And I think this is the yellow one? I either grabbed the yellow one or the brown one, and I don't remember. Ah, the yellow one, yeah. So aren't those like cute? I think so. Oh, I didn't even grab the wheat fields. I totally forgot about that. But I love all the mush items, and I just think like mushrooms and like vines and stuff are like perfect for fall. And then for the wheat field, I'm thinking the green version. So let me grab those. I grabbed the green ones, and I think those will look the best here. So let's put one on a full tile here. The green, and I feel like when you usually think of like wheat fields on a fall island, it's usually the gold ones. But because of our color scheme on this island, like look, don't those just look beautiful? So I grabbed the like darker green version, and then let's see. Oh, I had this out because I was thinking of using the well as well. So I grabbed this version, which I do really like. And then I also had the other well that maybe we can just put over here. The simple one, yeah, which is like that brick color or stone. Yeah, I think we could definitely use both of those somewhere on the island. So I think that works too. And then a couple other like taller items that I grabbed that we can mix in. And again, this isn't going to be like a super like farmy island, but I think it just goes so well in fall. So I grabbed 2 of the windmills. I grabbed one in green and one in orange, but they also have like a white version and like damaged version that I could definitely see us using as well. So those are cool. And then I also grabbed the silo, which I really like. So we can put that there as well. Yeah. Ooh, isn't this just giving like cozy vibes? I don't know. I love it so much. And then I did try to like make it like a little bit of like kind of a build, but obviously not really. So we have the train tracks down here that lead over to like the nature-y kind of walkway, and then that leads into the road. I thought that was really nice, so we might be doing something like that. And then maybe we can move on to like building stuff. So let me grab some of those. I do have to customize some, so give me a couple minutes. Get out of my way, Harv! I went a little crazy with getting stuff, so let me walk you through what I've done in the last couple minutes. So I made a stall for all of the stall codes we have. So we have the little leafy one right here, and then the ruffle one. We got the one with the little fairy lights, and then I don't remember if I put this one on the ground or not, but it is really nice, and I don't know if I forgot about it. And then for the simple panels, I added our little coffee design. I'm gonna say that's coffee, that's what it reminds me of, or just like jars, I guess, of some sort. And then our little pumpkin design, and then our lovely barrel one. And then I did have the door one right here as well, and the like fence one with the green leaves behind it. And I grabbed 3 types of storefronts, the brown, the green, and the yellow. And I added a little curtain partition here with one of our designs, which I think is very cute. And then of course, you know, the Plain Lights Party Arch, because that's a necessity. And then over here, I grabbed 3 kinds of the retro transportation stops because I do like making sheds and like little buildings out of these as well. So I just put like a random customization code kind of thing on like the little window part. It's not really a window, it's like an ad, you know? I don't know. So I put random ones there. And then I did grab some partition items. So we have the rope partition, the wooden partition, and the plant partition, which I do really like as well. And oh yeah. Back here, I also added the big fence item. I don't know if I said that or not, but we do have the like damaged version of the fence, which I think is really cute as well. And then I think what I'm gonna do real quick is grab a bunch of other like random items that I think we can use. Like I definitely need to add some pumpkin items in here. I really want to use the spooky carriage on this island, so I think I'm gonna put that here. I also want to use some of the Thanksgiving items and everything. So, and you know, like the classic stuff like barrels and boxes and I don't know, stuff like that. So I'm gonna grab a bunch and just spread them out around, you know, and then we can take a look at kind of everything that we got going on. So uno momento. Let me walk you through everything that I've done. So cornucopia, of course, it's a Friendsgiving island. We have some stacked Senmaizuki barrels, some cardboard boxes, a covered wagon. We have a fountain, of course, very nice. We have barrel, beekeeper's hive, a boxy stool, recycled paper bundle, sturdy sewing box, wooden box, another little Senmaizuki barrel, a boxy stool, and then the pile of cardboard boxes. I did move the plain party lights arch over here, and then I have both of the pirate barrel items, and I have the little tree bounty lamp that I did in the white version. Over here we have the Turkey Day garden standy kind of thing with the little Trees Bounty tree on top. Trees Bounty tree on top, the little one. And then we have the Turkey Day fireplace? Hearth? Something with the decorations on top. We have a little tiny library. Over here we have some of the spooky items. So the spooky carriage, the spooky lantern set, and the spooky tower. And then phone boxes over here. We have some oil barrels and a Trees Bounty arch, which I think is super cute and I do definitely want to use on this island. And then let's see, did I add anything else? I don't think so, but you kind of get like the idea of like where we're going, you know. Last thing that I wanted to mention were some fence options we have for the island. So actually let me go over to this area where we have like a bigger area. First one, pretty self-explanatory. I feel like I use this almost on every single island. It is the barbed wire fence, and I love that for like farming areas and stuff, and maybe to like keep people out of like certain areas. We have the vertical board fence in black, which I do like, and then I also got it in, I think, the green color. Oh no, the normal brown version, the one that normally comes in with that one. And then we have the simple wooden fence. I think I grabbed this in 3 colors actually. So we have, I think they classify that as brown, but that's like definitely orange. And then we have green, which I actually loved using on my acorn island. I love that one. And then I think black, maybe? Yeah, the black version here. And log fence. This is one that I feel like a lot of people use on their like fall islands and stuff. And I don't think I've ever mentioned I've never used this one. I've never had a place to use it. I tried using it on the summer camp island in a certain spot and I didn't like how it looked, so didn't end up using that one. And then of course the good old country fence, which I love as well. The only other fence that I could see us using is maybe the corrugated iron fence. Oh, and the hedges maybe. Yeah, hedges and corrugated iron I could definitely see. But this is pretty much the idea for the island. We have a whole bunch of codes here. They're just like randomly spread about. I don't have all the like fabric codes out, but you know, I have a couple out so you can kind of get the idea of what we're working with. I am so excited to actually start building on this island. With the mood board done and our code shopping done for today, that is going to be the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope if you are participating in the Friendsgiving challenge, I'd love to see any updates you have on your island. There are some people participating in the Discord and the Friendsgiving chat. So if you want to share your progress there, you know, maybe drop a couple photos, or you could just say, yo, I got 3 stars. Because I did 2 today, which is great. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see all of you in the next one, or whatever you watch after this of mine. You know, I'll see you there. Probably. Yeah, anyways. Thanks so much for watching. A big shout out to our Pigeon Legends, which are our highest tier of membership. And at the time of recording, that is April Honey, Witch Cozy Game Today, Jojo Crosses, and Trisha Cozy Crossing. So thank you all so much. And with that, I will bid you adieu. Bye, friends!